Undersea Science Center can be best described as either Ultraman's first take on a cabin fever scenario, or them beating the Poseidon adventure 6 years to the punch. One day, the Science Patrol goes off to visit a new underwater base known as the Undersea Science Center, where they are to accompany both the Science Public Corporation's president and a little girl named Jenny on a tour of the center. While taking the tour though, the center's pipeline gets severed and the docking bay gets breached by an unknown attacker, and thus it becomes a race against time to save the visitors and the members of the Science Patrol before they all suffocate or drown. Technically, this would be another filler episode, but for being so, it was actually pretty tense, and dare I say it, dramatic for being one. The majority of the story focuses on Mura and the guests staying alive, and it doesn't mess around with their situation, which is kinda nice to see. Characterization is pretty decent too. Again, props goes to Hoshino for having his character development shine in a pretty serious situation, and the cabin fever-ish vibes really stand out through the president's declining sanity and his reckless actions towards the end. The effects work are also surprisingly pretty nicely done here, particularly the sets for the center and the miniatures, which are all pretty nicely done. There are a few cheap moments like when Jenny is photographing fish, but the good moments definitely outweigh the bad ones here. If there's any con I can see with the episode though, it would probably be both the pacing, which can drag a bit here and there, as well as the monster of the week, Gubila. While I do like that his design is based on an actual fish, and although it's shown that he is responsible for the center's sabotage, he's only acknowledged and treated like a legitimate threat towards the episode's climax, making his presence feel rather shoehorned, only being here for Ultraman to fight something in the end. Maybe if the episode had him stalk the center a little bit more, then he'd be a better monster, but I digress. In the end, this was a surprisingly tense episode, and dare I say, it's kind of underrated. I'd say check it out.